amazing. And that might fail too. But just like you can't accomplish anything insignificant if you're too afraid to fail, right? How many rockets that launched from NASA that blew up? A lot of them. Good thing I'm not a pilot. Yeah, so in 2012, my regular day would be I'd get up around 5:30. I'd work at a gym. I was a personal trainer. I'd train till maybe, 11 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I'd go out and go door to door to sell websites. And then as soon as I got home, I'd go work on Grunstyle. And I got my shirt off, just heat pressing t-shirts till about 2 or 3 in the morning, watching Judge Judy on the DVR. I was going to introduce you to Dave.
Okay.
So Dave is one of those people that you started in shipping?
I started folding t-shirts, actually.
Started folding t-shirts, then you went to shipping. Yeah. That's when I first heard about you, as the guy who drops F-bombs in front of clients. And then, and then you went to production. We probably almost went out of business a dozen times, because flat out I just didn't know what I was doing. I can paint a very romantic story of how we just worked a little bit harder and stayed up a little bit later and things worked out great. But the truth is, it was never a straight line. In fact, I didn't even know where I was supposed to be going. So in January 2012, we're ready to go out of business again. My wife looks at me and she's like, "Hey, it's not working. You've been doing this for almost 3 years. It's time to shut this thing down." And I said, $6,000, right? If we make $6,000 at this trade show, that's the sign from the heavens that we should stay in business. So we did that for about 2.5 days to add up all the receipts, and it added up to about $6,200, which was just enough to be really depressed about staying in business. I mean, and again, I can reflect on this with a lot of nostalgia, but I'm telling you, in that moment, I'm done. I'm like, it's just enough to stay up. But what did that buy me? A couple more weeks? This is not exciting at all. This sucks. I remember the first time someone ordered who I didn't know who they were. They were out of California, some guy named Pat or Patrick or whatever. And I trolled the hell out of them. I'm like, how did you know I existed, right? How do I replicate that? Remember the first time I saw a Grunstyle tattoo? I was blown away. That's literally what Grunstyle is, and it's not just the talk, it's we can also walk. And you see that with our team. When we say our ethos is pride, self, military, and country, that all starts here in our team. If we don't live that, and I'm not saying that our crew or myself is perfect at all, and that's where I think we also want to communicate that it's okay to be imperfect, make mistakes, be human, but we can all still be motivated to build a better us.